Hello guys, we're going to start out with a lesson on setting up your chart of accounts. We're going to go in and open your company file, put in your password. We're going to see that the home page pops up and we can see over to the right. There's the chart of accounts. This is if you want to use the icons. If you don't, you can go over to lists. You see by the drop down, a chart of accounts is at the top, and then item list where your inventory will be. And as you go through, you can scroll through and see other things are on this list. Memorize transaction list is going to be your friend for putting in recurring things. So if you are not already using this, it's something you'll want to look at. Okay, let's click on the chart of accounts icon. And this is a rather basic chart of accounts and missing some accounts we need. We will customize it to fit our business. We'll take some time to review it here, see what's here. Accounts we will need include sales tax payable, merchandise sales, cost of goods sold, and then a variety of expense accounts like auto expense, bank fees, computer, insurance, meals, and a bunch of others. We're going to start with sales tax payable. Scroll on up. We'll see that it's other current liability. Well, we'll go back to new. Go down to the bottom, other account types. Scroll down. You'll see a bunch of different ones, but we're looking for other current liability because this is going to put it into an account each time taxes are added to an invoice. Account name is going to be where you send your tax payments, or you can just put the tax you're collecting. To show the custom account, click Sub-Account Of and choose from the drop-down Sales Tax Payable. In the description, you can type instructions or whatever helps you remember information about what goes into that account. The account number is your taxing agent assigned number. If you want to put it in, you can. You don't have to. You can skip both of these. Click Save and Close. And now you can see the custom account you just set up. Let's go down and look at merchandise sales. We can have a variety of income streams, so we can name each sales source. Note the account type is income. Click New, choose Income, click Continue. Account name may be just Amazon or Amazon FBA, depending on your needs. And we're going to look back at it again in a minute. Choose Sub-Account, click down, choose Merchandise Sales, Descriptions Optional, Save and Close if you don't want to put anything in. Now you can see the custom account for Amazon FBA. Maybe you sell Merchant Fulfilled or eBay or some other merchandise sales you want to record. So let's try eBay. Maybe you even sell on your own website. So you can put in whatever you want there. Sales and Save and Close. And you can see that it is in alphabetical order and up there. So now we're going to edit this to say Amazon because we're going to split this into Amazon, FBA, and Merchant Fulfilled. So pay attention to the sub-accounts here. See, merchandise sales, Amazon. Now we're going to edit, or excuse me, we're going to add a new income, continue, FBA, sub-account. This is where we need to pay attention, and I don't always do that, but there you go. There is our custom account there. We're going to add a new for merchant fulfilled. And in the sub-accounts, you can see the hierarchy of accounts. We're choosing Amazon again. And on your chart of accounts, again, you can see the hierarchy of accounts. So isn't that neat? Let's add some cost of goods sold and match these to your merchandise sales sub-accounts. Using the previous example, you'll set up Amazon, FBA, Merchant Fulfilled, and eBay. If you didn't see that, we went to the bottom and chose account types and found cost of goods sold. The cost of goods sales accounts will help you see your profit and ROI when you build that report. There we go. Cost of goods sold. I know I click through these pretty fast sometimes, but you can pause and slow down the video as needed. Another source of income we could have is maybe, how about rebates? Ebates, Ibotta, MobiSave are some of my favorites. So I hope you are taking advantage of all these rebates. Here we set them up just like merchandise sales and name them accordingly. Okay, looking down the chart of accounts, we can see a list of expenses. They don't include all the expenses I like to list, so I like to list business license so I can find it easy year to year. That's good. Other expenses I like to separate include utilities. Let's go way down here to the bottom. Telephone expense is a utility, but it's listed separately on your worksheet for your taxes, so we'll leave it by itself and just include others. It makes it easier to take the home office exemption on utilities when you have your figures. Things like gas, water, electric, internet will all go in this utilities. And you're becoming a pro at customizing your accounts, but you can follow through these real quick for kicks. Cable and internet come on one bill, so I separate those in my utilities, and I like to keep my internet in the utilities instead of putting it in the category a little higher, which is computer and internet expenses. Okay, since I put the internet down there in utilities, I'm going to change the computer and internet expense to include things like computer supplies, software, mouse, keyboard, and I'll take out the internet portion of it. Another expense you may want to customize is insurance. I'll only add auto here, but you may need to add other business-related insurance. If you're using your software to account for your personal items, you can include all your insurance here, and the reports will separate them accordingly with a few tweaks. That brings up automobile expenses. I usually add fuel, maintenance, and repairs. Maintenance is oil changes, car washes, minor repairs. Repairs would be for major repairs or things that cost more than minor repairs. You could call it major repairs. I just call it repairs. Why track fuel? On your taxes, you can either take the deduction for actual expense or mileage, whichever is greater. Well, to know which is greater, do it in accounting. Okay, let's see what else needs attention. Ah, yes, meals and entertainment. When you're deducting meals and entertainment expenses, you should take into consideration the need to justify the expense. I'll set up two sub-accounts, one for 50% deduction and one for 100% deduction. I'll include a description for your review. However, run this deduction by your CPA to make sure you're using it correctly. Almost there. Okay, a couple of more customizations and we finish with this lesson. If you're a one-man show like me, you probably don't need payroll. I just want you to have an idea where it is for when you do need it. You can add wages and payroll taxes as expenses. And depending on how and when payroll taxes are paid in your payroll system, you may need to add some more customization, but you'll be a pro by then. This part 1 of setting up your chart of accounts is coming to an end. Our next lesson will focus on adding banking. Also, I'll add an assignment to part 2 that is really going to make QuickBooks and FBA work together.